Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, did it work? Okay, welcome to another Legends Arceus stream. This is like number 4, I believe. But we're gonna finally get into it and actually do like the little trial, so I can be a part of the research team or whatever they call it. Oh, that volume is loud, at least for me. Okay, ¿qué debemos hacer? What do we need to do? What must we do? Not switching those. Oh, that's right, I got a Cyndaquil now. Nivel 5. Oh yeah, down here really quick. It says NV 5 because that's talking about the nivel, which is how we say level in Spanish. We can check that right here as well, if I can get there quick. Ver datos, check summary, here see summary. And here, and ¿dónde pone nivel? Oh, it's still just the abbreviation, but yeah, it's just short for nivel, NV. Sick paintings. Alright, looks like next cutscene. Lots of dialogue coming up. ¿Qué apariencia tan peculiar? So, what a strange, like, the tan is like saying like, what? Or no, I guess like, que is literally what, but tan peculiar is like the such part. So like, such a strange appearance, or like, ¿qué apariencia tan peculiar? Like, yeah, what a strange appearance is the best way to translate it. Me apuesto a que eres todo un personaje. So, me apuesto a que is like, I bet that. Eres todo un personaje. You are a total character. So I bet that you're a total character. Yeah, like if I were to say, for example, like, que apariencia peculiar, it's like what strange appearance. But que apariencia tan peculiar, it's like there's such a strange appearance. Like, yeah, I guess. Or apariencia. Let's move along. Oh, these look so much better than Scarlet and Violet. Me llamo Volus. So my name is Volus y pertenezco a la compañía Ginkgo. So, and pertenezco is like I belong to the compañía Ginkgo, so the Ginkgo company. He oído hablar de ti. So he oído hablar de ti is like I've heard talk of you, I've heard speaking of you. Dicen que caíste del suelo. They say that you fell from, or del suelo, no, del suelo de la flor, no, del cielo, from like sky. They say that you fell from the sky. Nada más y nada menos, ¿cierto? So that nada más y nada menos is like what we say to like express that it's impressive, or like, I guess in English we say nada más y nada menos, like no, that you. And no, so he oído hablar de ti, I've heard talk of you, and it's like, en nada más y nada menos, and no less, they say that you fall from the sky, and they say that you fall from the sky, no less. ¿Cierto? Right? ¿Cómo te podrás imaginar? As you would be able to imagine. Again, we're using like the future tense here to like guess about something that's like should be conditional. So it's like, as you'd be able to imagine, or like as you might imagine, but because he's like guessing about it, we can use a future tense. Like, that's like if I heard a noise and I was like, what was that? Or like, what is that? What could that be? Like, you would think like que sería, but it's like que será. So, just a different use of the future tense. Es una historia que no pasa inadvertida para nadie. So it's a story that doesn't go like pasa inadvertida is like it like doesn't go unseen or unheard of, or like inadvertida I guess is like, yeah, I guess unseen para nadie. Gosh, I had on the tip of my tongue. Unnoticed, yeah, unseen. Basically it. Okay. Por todos los cielos. Like, by all the heavens, your good heavens. Y esto que llevas ahí es un Pokémon, and that thing that you have there, and that you have there, is a Pokemon. Quiero que me lo cuentes todo sobre ti. I want you to tell me, so quiero que I want you to tell me lo cuentes todo sobre ti. So tell me everything, or I want you to tell me everything about you. Un buen mercader se precia de investigar todo aquello que resulte misterioso y novedoso. So like a good merchant se precia de investigar. Oh man, preciarse de investigar. That's a preciarse. Prides themselves in. Oh, see, I learned that today. So a good merchant prides himself in investigating todo aquello, all of that. Aquello's like, if you're saying all of that and that thing is like not like something you can see and point at, it's like that over yonder, that like unreal or maybe like unsure object, we're using aquello. So a good merchant prides himself on investigating or like researching, investigating all of that that results misterioso y novedoso, que resulte misterioso y novedoso. It's like all that results, and that's why we use the subjunctive, right? So like aquello que resulte, so it's like that over there, whatever may be, whatever may appear mysterious and new. It's like, because you have like esto is like this, eso is that, and then aquello is like that over there, and a lot of times you'll see it used with like the subjunctive. We'll move along. Digamos que es de formación profesional. So let's call it formación profesional is like professional training. So de formación profesional. Yeah, and oh, that's another word I learned. It means de formación profesional. So let's start from the top. He says so. Oh. So digamos que is like the command form of saying let's say. Or like how if I say, let's say it's a deal, or let's say we agree, or let's say that we go get lunch, right? Like digamos que is how we'd say like let's say in that sense. So digamos que de formación profesional means like a occupational hazard. So profesional kind of like occupational, and de formación like the opposite of formación. Like formación be like building up, or formation, de formación breaking down, or like, you know, hazard. ¿Qué te parece si nuestros Pokémon se enfrentan en el combate? So, what do you think? Like, ¿qué te parece? Like, what's it seem to you, right? And that's how you say, like, what do you think about, or what's your opinion on? So, ¿qué te parece si nuestros Pokémon se enfrentan en combate? If our Pokemon, like, go head to head in battle, or like, yeah, se enfrentarse is to like face off in battle, I guess. Muy bien, very well. Me encanta tu predisposición. So I love your predisposition. Qué ganas de conocerte a fondo. Qué ganas de conocerte is like I'm so excited. Like what excitement to meet you. A fondo is like at depth or like deeply. So he like wants to know me deeply. Or meet me deeply. All right. Además, what's more, un pajarito me ha dicho. Oh. I'm on the wrong tab. Yeah. There we go. This is what's more, little birdie. Además, un pajarito me ha dicho que vas a participar en la prueba de admisión. So what's more, un pajarito me ha dicho is like literally the same expression in English. Like a little birdie told me. Que vas a participar, that you're going to participate in la prueba de admisión, in the admission trial. Recuerda que si tus Pokémon se quedan sin PS o punto de salud, habrás perdido. Oh, perfect explanation right here. He's teaching us. So remember that if your Pokemon se quedan, quedarse sin is to like are left without, or quedarse con is to be left with, right? So si tus Pokemon se quedan sin are left without puntos de salud, PS, so like instead of HP, we do like hit points is HP, we do puntos de salud. So puntos, which are like points of health, or again, or like HP could be health points, hit points, punto de salud, same thing. And then habrás perdido. So if they're left without HP, habrás perdido, you will have lost. Venga, este combate te vendrá de perlas para ir entrando en calor. So, come on. Like, venga is like a way to say come on. This battle will, si algo te viene bien, it's like, it's like, I'll say, oh, te vendría bien hacer esto. Like, it would be good if you do this. Like, it would be good for you to do that. So, si te vendrá de perlas, it will be, the future tense. Like, de perlas is like of pearls, right? And perlas, great things. So, it's an expression we say it'll be really good for you to get entrando en calor. It's like warming up. Te desafía. So, Volus de la compañía Ginkgo te desafía. Te desafía is like desafiar is challenge, and he challenges you. Saka Togepi. Togepi. Ante Cyndaquil. Go, Cyndaquil. And said Saka. Togepi is like takes out. Or like sends him out. Alright, we get the first little combat menu here. You can say if I press A, this is luchar. Clearly, luchar. Ataque rápido, which is attack, rapid, or quick attack, right? Ataque rápido, quick attack. Cyndaquil ha usado ataque rápido, so he's used placaje. And if I go to up over here, it says objetos. Clearly pulls up the item menu. Can't use anything there. And then Pokemon menu. Then B, it says huir. Este es un combate importante, no puedes huir. So this is an important battle, you can't run. So huir must mean run. Ataque rápido. So, let's lower that just a little bit. Let's go. Okay, un ataque rápido más. One more quick attack. It says, has derrotado a Togepi. So you've defeated Togepi. Aprende a usar los movimientos y los objetos y el mundo entero se abrirá ante ti, te lo aseguro. So, it says, learn to use moves and items and the whole, enteros whole, and the whole world se abrirá ante ti, will open up. Antes is like before, right? But if I say ante, it's like ante ti, it's like before you, in the sense like it's right in front of you. Then it says te lo aseguro, I assure you. Or I assure, technically it's like I assure it to you, but we just say te lo aseguro. Okay. Nivel 5 más 50, sube de nivel. Then it says nuevo movimiento. ¿A qué es divertido que los Pokémon se midan en combate? And this is like I would say like more Spanish way. I was saying like, isn't it like a que sí or a que es divertido? It's like a que is like, it literally means like to that or to what, but it's used in like to say like isn't it, like it is. So isn't it fun que the Pokemon se mida en combate, like they measure up in battle? Cuanto más luchan, the more they fight, más experiencia adquieren. So the more they fight, the more experience they acquire. Y eso les permite aprender nuevos movimientos. And this allows them to learn new moves. Y volverse más fuertes. Volverse is to like become. So and become más fuertes. Fuerte, strong. Más fuerte, stronger. Okay, here we got a little pop-up. Movimientos de los Pokémon. So moves of the Pokemon, or Pokemon moves. A medida que los Pokémon suben de nivel. So like a medida que is like a way of saying as, but like not like como, like as in like como se hace, like how do you do it, or let me see, like tanto como tú, like as much as you. It's like a medida que is when we use to express, yeah, at the same time that, yeah, it's just more to like express it happening at the same time. So a medida que los Pokémon suben de nivel, so as Pokemon subir de nivel, level up. So a medida que los Pokémon suben de nivel, so as, a medida que is as, when we're expressing like something happen like simultaneously, que los Pokémon suben de nivel, as the Pokemon level up. Subir de nivel is to level up. También aumenta el número de movimientos que pueden emplear. Aumenta is like increase, so el número, the number of moves, de movimientos, que pueden emplear, the number of moves that they can employ or use also increases. So like again, we can put like the verb at the front of that in this like clause or this phrase in Spanish, because Spanish is like verb VOS or VSO language, like verb subject object. Or is SVOs? So generally in Spanish, it's sujeto, verbo, objeto, so subject, verb, object. But oh, I lost it again. So yeah, basically it just allows us to change the order. So we're saying like the number of moves that they can use also increases, because you already have, yeah, this called it, yeah. Podrás cambiar los movimientos que conoce un Pokémon desde la opción cambiar movimientos del surron. So you'll be able to change the moves that a Pokemon knows from the option change moves del surron, which is like the pack, like the rough sack sort of deal, kind of like a fanny pack. Lástima que tan poca gente lleva Pokemon consigo. So like a shame, una lástima is a shame. So it's a shame that so few people, or such few people, lleve Pokemon, carry Pokemon consigo. It's like with them. And then we use lleve Pokemon because we say es una lástima que, we're expressing like an emotion, so that calls the subjunctive. Pero claro, para eso tendrían que aprender a usar las Pokéballs. But of course, for that they would have to learn to use the Pokéballs or Pokéballs. Nuestro Pokémon se merece un descanso tras el combate. So our Pokemon deserve, like, so same merecerse is to deserve, or like earned. So our Pokemon deserve or earn a rest tras el combate. So un descanso after the battle. The combate battle, like combat, right? So it's a battle. Déjame que los cure. Let me. So he said, déjame, let me cure them, heal them. Curar is like cure, heal. So let me heal them. Y a ti, and to you, como agradecimiento, as thanks, quiero regalarte estas pociones. I want to gift you these potions, amigo caído del cielo, friend fallen from the sky. Has obtenido 5 pociones. You've obtained 5 potions. Medicina que cura, es a poción. Medicina que cura heridas y restaura 60 puntos de salud a un Pokémon. So medicine that heals wounds and restores 60 HP to a Pokémon. Si tus Pokémon se encuentran débiles, if your Pokémon find themselves weak, so if your Pokémon are weak, dales una de estas pociones, give them one of these, una de estas potions, to restablecer sus energías, to sort of like reestablish its energy, or to like, as you know, heal it. En cuanto a la prueba, when it comes to the challenge or trial, estoy seguro de que la pasarás sin problemas. I'm sure that you will pass it without problems, or with no problems, without like sin problemas is like without a problem or without no difficulty. Confío en ti. I believe in you. Cuantos más miembros tenga el equipo Galaxia. So cuantos más is like the more members that Team Galaxy has. I'm gonna use the subjunctive here because cuantos más calls for the subjunctive, because we're saying the more, in the sense that like the more that there are, there's not a definite amount, but as that number increases, something will change, and that says más clientes tendré, the more clients I'll have. So he says the more Team Galaxy members there are, the more clients I'll have. So it's like, that's why it calls the subjunctive, the cuantos más. Así que yo encantado. So I encantado is like literally kind of like enchanted, right? Or so like or like yo encantado, or like in love with it essentially. So he's in love with the idea of more Galaxy members. Eres todo una caja de sorpresas. You're like a full or a total box full of surprises. Think if I say eres todo un genio, it's like you're a total genius. So it's like where we use toda means like toda una something, which is basically saying a way of saying you're a total something. So es toda una caja de sorpresas, like you're a total box of surprises. No solo sabes atrapar Pokemon, you don't, no solo, so you don't only know how to, sabes is like know how to atrapar Pokemon, to catch Pokemon, sino que encima sabe pelear, but, so sino is like when we're contradicting, or like the first thing, or like, I guess, juxtaposing, like comparing the two things. So we're saying, you don't only know how to catch Pokemon, but, sino que encima, but on top of that, sabes pelear, you know how to fight con ellos a las mil maravillas. So you know how to fight with them. This literally means to like to 1,000 wonders, or like wonderfully, right? Or like amazingly. Si te parece bien, salgamos hacia la pradera obsidiana. So if it's good for you, if it seems good to you, if seems good to you, essentially is what it means. But if it's okay with you, salgamos hacia la pradera obsidiana. So this medically is subjunctive, but it's just like command. It's like let's go, or let's leave, or head out to. Let's head out towards la pradera obsidiana, the obsidian plains, or obsidian fieldlands, right? Cuando vayas a salir de Villa Jubileo, so again subjunctive here because it's like whenever you leave Jubilife Village, elige un destino en la mapa y muéstraselo a Salva. So choose a destination on the map and show it to Salva, el guarda de la puerta. So the guard of the door guard. Es una medida de precaución. It's a like safety measure. Precaución can be like safety or caution. So using like a safety or caution measure. Por si algún Pokémon te ataca y pierdes el conocimiento. In case some Pokemon attacks you and you lose el conocimiento, like conocimiento is like knowledge, but if we say perder el conocimiento, it's like lose consciousness. De esa forma podrán ir a ayudarte. So that way they'll be able to go and help you, or go help you. En cuanto cruces la prueba principal, so en cuanto calls in the subjunctive because it's like whenever or once, and once we don't know when that's going to happen, but once it does, so we use the subjunctive. So en cuanto cruces la puerta principal, tu prueba dará comienzo. So dar comienzo is like another way of saying like iniciará, like it will start, or comenzará, empezará. So dar comienzo a algo, or si algo da comienzo means like it started or starts. Alright, we can finally cruzar la puerta. And says, sal por la puerta principal de Villa Jubileo y adentrate en la pradera obsidiana. So, leave out the front door of Jubilife Village, and al entrarse en is to like enter into. So, enter into the obsidian fieldlands. ¿Qué me va a decir? ¿Es Mr. Spain cierto? You're Mr. Spain, right? He sido informado de que pasarías por aquí. I've been informed that you would pass through here. La prueba de admisión tiene lugar en los alrededores de la villa. So the prueba de admisión, prueba, I always want to say quiz, but the admission trial will tener llegar is to like take place, right? So in Spanish we say has place, but it's the same thing as English as take place. En los alrededores de la villa. So like in the outskirts or in the surrounding area of the village. Recuerda tener mucho cuidado y actuar siempre con precaución, ¿vale? So remember to always tener cuidado is to be careful. So it says remember to always be mucho careful. Mucho is like a lot, right? But because tener cuidado is used in Spanish as like a verb phrase, right? It's a verb chunk. But then in I guess in English we also say careful, but we're saying be very careful because very is modifying careful. Whereas here, mucho is modifying cuidado, which is a noun. So we use mucho because it's a noun, and we say be very careful. Right? Very wouldn't be muy because we're not modifying an adjective, we're modifying a noun. Long-winded explanation, but so this boils down to recuerda tener mucho cuidado. Remember to be very careful. Y actuar siempre con precaución, and always act. Siempre always act con precaución, like with precaution. So always be safe, or always act safely. ¿Vale? Okay? Oh, este mapa. Alright, we can see here, it says encomiendas y peticiones, means those are missions and requests. La prueba de admisión, the admission trial. Here we go. And then up here, we can see these little buttons. If I click ZL or ZR, right now it says ampliar. See what happens if I click that, ampliar, which means to like broaden. And when we broaden the map in the sense where we can see clearer, we're zooming in. Cool. Alright, vamos para allá. ¿Quieres ir a la base de la pradera? Do you want to go to the Fieldland base? Let's see. Ahora mismo, right now, nos hallamos en uno de nuestros campamentos base. So, nos hallamos is like nos encontramos. We find ourselves in one of our base camps, campamentos. Aquí estarás a salvo. Here you will be safe. And podrás descansar. You will be able to rest. Como ya sabes, as you already know, la prueba de misión consiste en atrapar a 3 Pokémon diferentes. The admission trial consists, in English we say consists of, in Spanish we say consiste en, but this consiste en, even though it looks like consists in, it consists of catching 3 different Pokemon. Un Bidoof, a Bidoof, un Starly, a Starly, y un Shinx, a Shinx. Puedes empezar cuando quieras. So, again, subjunctive here, because she's saying you can start when quieras, when you want, right? And then so it's more like whenever you want. That subjunctive gives us that air of like uncertainty, like it's up to, it's in the air still. ¿Qué sucede, profesor? What's happening, professor? What's going on? It's like another way of saying ¿qué pasa? Estaba pensando en lo que me dijo la capitana después de que os fueseis. So he's saying, I was thinking about pensar en is to like think about. So I was thinking about what the captain told me. So lo que me dijo la capitana, what the captain told me. Después de que os fueseis, after you guys os fueseis. So he's using the subjunctive, the past subjunctive with the vosotros form, because he's saying, después de que, if we're like talking in the past tense, después de que fueran, it's like after they left, eso pasaron, pasó. So it's we use a subjunctive when we're talking about like that event order in the past. Que tendría que hacerme responsable de cualquier cosa que pudiese. So she said that I would have to hacerme responsable, is like hold myself or make myself responsible for de cualquier cosa of or for, right? Anything que pudiese acaecer a nuestro, anything that could, this is the subjunctive, acaecer a nuestro invitado, that could happen to or like fall upon, because caer, I guess let's just triple check. Caecer. The dictionary says it's not a word, so Legends Arceus might have some explaining to do. Acaecer. Oh, it's missing that. Yeah, that could happen or befall. Yeah, because we can see, I just learned that word, but if you use like your knowledge of roots and stuff, you know, caer is to fall, so acaecer, it's like to fall upon. That could fall upon our invitado, is like our invitee, or guest. It's another way to say guest. La capitana Selena muy estricta con todos. So the Captain Selena is very strict with everyone, incluso con usted, profesor, even with you, professor. Pero acaso hay algo que pueda hacer al respecto? But is there even? So acaso is like when we introduce a question to like, it's like just like the possibility or probability, I guess. So, but is there even? So I is, but is there even something que pueda hacer al respecto that you can do to that respect, or when it comes to that? No hace falta que me inmiscuya en este asunto. So no hace falta is like you don't need to, or it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to happen. Hacer falta. No hace falta is like no need. It doesn't need to happen. Like there's no need. Que me inmiscuyi. Jeez Louise, what is that? Inmiscuir. Oh, so that's another way of saying entrometerse, which is much easier, or meterse in. So it's like to get involved. inmiscuirse is to get involved in este asunto, in this matter. So there's no need for me to get involved in this matter. Sé que puedo confiar en Mr. Spain. I know that I can trust in Mr. Spain. Or confide in him, I guess. Or like rely on him. Ajá, o sea, or so, que toda la responsabilidad recae en mí. Oh, so that, or like, o sea, or so, or like that means that all the responsibility recae en mí, falls upon me, which is another way of saying acaecer. Which is another word we just learned. Yeah, it falls back. Interesting, there's so many variations of like that verb caer. Espero estar a la altura, so I hope to be, estar a la altura, it's like be up to the task. But it literally means up to the height. A la altura is height, but like it's an expression where we say up to the task, up to the challenge in English. De todas formas, anyway, alright, no matter what, Mr. Spain conseguirá pasar la prueba, estoy segura. Mr. Spain conseguirá, will like manage to or achieve, make it so pasar la prueba, will pass the, pass the, oh my gosh, it's not a quiz, it's a trial. Pasar la prueba, will be able to pass the trial. Estoy segura, I'm sure of it. La prueba de admisión, the admission trial. Captura la primera especie de Pokémon que te han encargado, un Bidoof. So, capture the first, we'll just go to the, nope. Okay, it says, la prueba de admisión, so the admission trial. Captura la primera especie de Pokémon, so capture or catch the first species of Pokemon que te han encargado, that they have, que te han, so that they have, or like encargar a alguien con algo is like put them in charge over that, like they ordered you to do, I guess. So yeah, like ordered to do. Un Bidoof. I'm gonna look up one más cosita. Alright, I'll be back. Oh, I'm gonna have to plug in these headphones soon. Oh, the hunting's so bad. Oh my gosh, we finally get to play. Okay. Oh my, no, I don't. I lied. There's more talking. Okay, que empecemos ya. Let's get started. He goes, huh? Esta es la colina de Anhelo, donde viven los Pokémon que te han encomendado capturar. Okay, so this is the colina, the hill de Anhelo, anhelar algo. So anhelar is to like desire. So anhelo, we turn anhelar, the verb, into a noun. Then it becomes like a desire or a wish, or like more extreme or more like poetic. It could be like a longing, right? So this is the hill of desires or longing. Where, donde, so donde, where viven los Pokemon, the Pokemon que te han encomendado capturar, where the Pokemon that they assigned you, I guess, to capture live. Oh, see, this doesn't look great. It's trying to be Breath of the Wild. Mira, justo ahí hay un Bidoof. Look, right over there's a Bidoof. Bidoof. Apuntar bien es la clave para capturar Pokémon. So, apuntar bien, aiming well, es la clave, is the key para capturar Pokémon, to capturing Pokémon, or catching. Aunque eso ya lo sabes de sobra. Although that you already know. Si sabes algo de sobra, it's like you already know more than enough about that. Algo de sobra is is like extra, so you know extra about that. Or like, si lo sabes de sobra, it's a way of saying that you know a ton about that, or you know like too much about that. Me equivoco? Am I wrong? Bueno, nunca está de más recordarlo. So estar de más is like to be overkill, or it's never too much. So she's like, great. Well, it's never too much to remember it. Oh, I've lost the thing. There. Yeah, okay. Fix it. Okay. So a little technical difficulty. There. Okay. Fine, let's get into it. Perfect. Fijar la vista. So fijar is to focus. La vista, like your sight, or in this case it'd be like your aim. Cuando te encuentres cerca de un Pokémon salvaje. So whenever you find, so cuando te encuentres is like when you find, or whenever you find yourself. Encontrarse is to like find yourself, right? Cerca de, close to un Pokémon salvaje, a wild Pokémon, mantén pulsado el botón ZL, so keep pressed down, or keep press the ZL button para fijar la vista en él, to focus your sight or the vision on him. So focus your sight on him. Es una técnica muy útil a la hora de lanzar Pokéballs o de esquivar ataques. It's a very useful technique when it's time to, or a la hora de is like at the time of, or when it's time to, or when lanzar Pokéballs, when you throw Pokéballs, or de esquivar ataques, or dodging attacks. Los Bidoof son Pokémon mansos por naturaleza. So those Bidoofs are Pokemon mansos, is like lazy or chill. Placid, docile is better than lazy or chill. Or like, yeah. I think docile is like usually the noun they use in Pokemon for, or sorry, the adjective they use in Pokemon. We're talking about manso. Okay, got it. So they are docile Pokemon by nature, así que puedes acercarte a ellos sin problema. So you can go up to them, or acercarte a ellos, is like get close to them sin problema, without problem. Or no problem. Okay, and over here on the side says apuntar, lanzar is ZR, so to aim or to throw is ZR, and mantén pulsado para fijar la vista. Keep pressed down or hold down to focus your aim, or to aim. I can't focus on him because I have to go through a tutorial probably. I bet she wanted to talk to me, but I just caught it anyway. Mi primer Pokémon. Or segundo. Just 1 second. Has conseguido capturar un Bidoof. You managed, or you were able to, or you achieved capturing a Bidoof. I think you managed to capture Bidoof is better. Es hora de ir a por el siguiente Pokémon. Eso es hora de, it's time to go for, ir a por, is to like go after, or go for, or go get it. So it's time to go after, or go for the next, el siguiente Pokémon. So this is right up here. Un Starly, la segunda especie, the second species. They have tasked me with. Or I guess like, yeah, requests is the best way to say that. Oh, did I just waste a Pokeball? Shoot. Can I just go catch it and ignore her? No. ¿Por qué vas en otra dirección? Oh. So, ¿por qué? Why are you going? Or, well, yeah, why are you going in another direction? Or a different direction, I guess. Fine. Mira, un Starly. Look, a Starly es un poco asustadizo. So, we know asustar is to scare, so asustadizo, if we add like dizo on the end, it changes like what could be an adjective, or sorry, what could be a verb or a noun into like adjective. So it's a little like asustar is to scare, right? So asustadizo would be like it's un poco asustadizo, like it's a little some an adjective for gets scared easily, right? So it's a little nervous, not nervous, but like asustadizo. Oh, gosh, skittish. That's the word, or jumpy, like scaredy cat, I guess. Así que huirá enseguida. So it will. Huir is to like run away. So it will run away enseguida. Enseguida is like right away. So it will run away right away. All right, let's get it. Pero no hay problema. But there's no problem. No hay, there isn't. So there's no problem. Agáchate y podrás acercarte sin que se dé cuenta. So agacharse is to like crouch down. Or if I say like agacha la cabeza, it's to like put your head down. So agacharse is like, you know, get down with your whole body. Agáchate, get down, y podrás acercarte, and you'll be able to acercarte, get close to acercarte sin que se dé cuenta. So you'll be able to get close without it noticing. Darse cuenta is to notice, and sin que se dé cuenta, we use the subjunctive there because it's like without it noticing. Agacharse. Okay, how do we agacharnos? It says pulsa el botón B, so press the B button para agacharte to crouch down. Púsalo de nuevo para levantarte. Press it de nuevo is again, so press it again para levantarte. Levantarse is to get up. So mientras estás agachado, while you are crouched, puedes esconderte en la hierba alta. You can hide yourself or hide in the hierba alta, the tall grass, para que a los Pokémon salvajes les cueste más percatarse de tu presencia. So that to the wild Pokemon it costs them more. That's not how we speak in English. So it says, so that si me cuesta or te cuesta or le cuesta, it's like si te cuesta hacer algo, it's like it's difficult for you, right? So they're saying while you're crouched down, you can hide yourself in the tall grass so that it's harder for wild Pokemon to percatarse de is to like notice as well. It's like darse cuenta. For Pokemon to notice your presence. Oh, there's a Starly. Oh, I gotta get in the thing. That's right. It's asustadizo. Oh, we got the back shot. Has conseguido capturar a Starly. You were able to, or you captured a Starly. Ahora solo te queda uno. So now solo te queda uno. There's only one left for you. Like you only have one left is another way of saying it. Entonces captura la tercera especie de Pokémon que te han encargado. So capture the third Pokémon species that they tasked you with, that they requested. So si te encargo algo, I request something of you. Una cosa. One thing. Hay algo que me falta por enseñarte. There's something that I still need to. So si me falta por hacer algo, it's like I still need to do it, or me falta hacerlo. Like I haven't done it, right? It's like having done it is missing, so I need to do it. Algo que me falta por enseñarte. So there's something left for me to teach you. Se trata de cómo lanzar las Pokéballs ocupadas por tus Pokémon. So se trata, it's like it is. So it's like to be about, or it is. So it's about how to throw Pokeballs occupied by your Pokemon, or Pokeballs that have your Pokemon in them. Según la Capitana Selena, según is like according to Captain Selena, debes pulsar el botón X. You must press the X button para alternar entre tus objetos, to alternate between your items or objects and your Pokemon, tus Pokemon. Prueba lanzar a los Pokémon contra árboles o rocas. Try throwing your Pokemon against trees or rocks. Doesn't seem very safe. Es posible que te traigan vallas u otros So it's possible that they bring you vayas, and because we're talking about a possibility, we're not sure, that mood changes, we use a subjunctive. So es posible que te traigan instead of que te trajen. So es posible que te traigan vayas u otros objetos útiles. So we use, instead of o, which is typically or in Spanish, we're saying u, because we don't want to say o otros, because then when I say it, vayas a otros, it sounds weird. So we say vayas u otros. We changed what should be normally like the o to the u if it precedes a word that starts with the o. So u otros objetos útiles, so other useful items. Now, es hora de que tu compañero te preste su ayuda para capturar a Shinx. So it's time that, or it's time for, so es hora de que, it's time that your compañero, your partner, te preste su ayuda. And again, we're using subjunctive because it's not really, I guess maybe it's not a command. I'm not exactly sure why we use it here, but it just makes sense. Hora de que tu compañero te preste su ayuda. It's time that your partner lends you its help para capturar a Shinx. So, lends you help to catch Shinx. Ya casi has superado. You've almost passed la prueba. You've almost overcome the prueba, the trial. Alright. There she is. Do I have to talk to you again? We just talked, didn't we? A Shinx, un Shinx. Wow, who'd have guessed? ¿Quién lo diría? ¿Has notado que Shinx is de carácter agresivo? Have you noticed that Shinx is of an aggressive character, or has an aggressive character or aggressive nature? Sí. Yes. Ya sabía yo. I knew. Joe. It was I, right? Sabías. Don't even need the yo, but we're using the yo to emphasize. I knew it. En cambio, so in exchange, a mí me cuesta mucho darme cuenta de ese tipo de cosas. So in exchange, it's difficult for me to realize or notice that sort of thing, or this sort of thing. Los Pokémon agresivos que estén aterrados repetirán las Pokéballs que les lances. So the aggressive Pokemon that are aterrados, they're I don't want to say triggered, but it's upset. More enraged, I guess. And si estás alterado, it's angry, annoyed, or agitated. So triggered. So the Pokemon that are triggered or upset will repellerán, will repel the Pokeballs that you throw at them. Okay, obtén información fijando la vista. So obtain information focusing your view, for focusing your sight. Or so get information by focusing. Fijar la vista en un Pokémon con el botón CL or ZL. So focusing your sight on a Pokemon with a Z button will let you see, te permitirá ver lo difícil que es de capturar. So let you see, lo difícil que es how difficult it is to capture. We're saying lo difícil que es. We don't say como de difícil. Doesn't make sense. So lo difícil, o lo fuerte que es, o lo confundido que es. We put that lo in an adjective, que es. It's just saying what you say, how, to the extent, to the degree. So how difficult it is to capture catch. Cuantos más triángulos se muestran, so the more triangles that are shown. So here you can see un triángulo, dos triángulos, tres triángulos. So the more triangles that are shown, más fácil resultará capturarlo. So again, we use this cuantos más whatever, and then we use a subjunctive. So the more triangles that are shown, cuantos más se muestren. So we don't know how many there are, but the more there are, something. Then the consequence comes after. The easier it will be, resultará capturado. The easier it will be to capture it. A lot of times when we use this cuanto más subjunctive, then something else will happen. We use will happen, so we use the future tense. Cuando un Pokémon adopta una actitud hostil hacia ti, so when a Pokemon adopts an attitude or takes a hostile attitude hacia ti, towards you, aparecerá sobre él un icono en forma de cruz. So above it, there will appear icon with in the shape of a cross, or a cross-shaped icon. Ten cuidado, be careful, porque mientras se encuentra en este estado, because mientras se encuentran is like as, or as long as they're found in this state, tan solo podrás atraparlos en combate. You'll only be able to capture them in battle. Pero no hay problema, but there's no problem porque yo sé exactamente que se ha de hacer en estos casos. So she's like, there's no problem because I know exactly what needs to be done. What se ha de hacer is like that passive say. There's no subject, right? Like we're not saying you need to do it or I need to do it or they need to do it. We use the se ha de hacer to imply that like what needs to be done, not by a specific person. So exactly what needs to be done en estos casos, in these cases. Hay que combatir contra ellos. Hay que verbo is like you must or you have to. So hay que combatir, you have to battle contra ellos, against them. Si les lanzas una Pokéball, if you throw a Pokeball at them, this lace is telling me at them. En pleno combate, en pleno whatever, is like in the middle of battle, podrás capturarlos. You'll be able to catch them. Para dar comienzo a un combate, so to start a battle, has de elegir a alguno de tus Pokémon. You must choose one of your Pokémon. Y lanzarlo cerca del Pokémon que quieras capturar. And throw it near the Pokémon throw it near whichever Pokémon that you'd like to capture. We use a subjunctive here again with quieras, because it's like whatever Pokemon you want to capture, just throw it next to that one. So there's no certainty when we're talking like with regards to the Pokemon we're talking about. Parece que los combates no se te dan mal. So it seems that battles no se te si algo se te da, or if I like se me da bien eso, it's like it comes easy to me. So she just says, so she say no se te da mal. It's another way of saying it comes easy to you. Or it's like, oh, it doesn't come hard to you. It seems like battles aren't like hard for you to pick up on. Por lo que no creo que tengas problema. For lo que is like for which reason, or for that reason, I don't think you'll have a problem, or I don't think it's a problem for you. No creo que tengas problema. And she says, anytime we use no creo que just in and of itself, so ya de por sí, in and of itself suggests doubt, so we have to use the subjunctive. No creo que is like a good signifier, like, hey, subjunctive up ahead. Oh my god, another tutorial. Como combatir contra Pokémon. How to fight against Pokémon, or battle against Pokémon. Para iniciar un combate contra un Pokémon salvaje. To start a battle against a wild Pokémon, lánzale una Pokéball, throw a Pokeball at y que contenga un Pokemon that has a Pokemon. Again, we're using, or that contains a Pokemon. We're using the subjunctive here because just throw any Pokeball that has Pokemon in it. We don't know which one. Puedes alternar entre objetos y Pokemon en todo momento. So you can alternate between items and Pokemon. And in todo momento is like at all times. Con el botón X, with the X button. Incluso si ya estás apuntando para lanzar algo. Even if you're already aiming to throw something. So even if you're already aiming, like I got a Pokeball, I can switch to have like a berry in my hand. That's pretty sweet. Cool. He says see. Oh my god, let's do it. Please. Oh, estamos combatiendo, we're fighting. Luchar, fight. Oh, un nuevo movimiento. So we learned a new move, Ascuas. The Ascuas is, I guess we'll take a look at it. Let's see detalles. Down here, if I click X for detalles, it says, this must be the details, right? It says potencia 40. So attack or potency, like, yeah, so like strength, right? 40. That's the damage that's done. Precisión is how we say accuracy. Eficaz, this is like effectiveness, right? How effective is it? Not sure. Ataca con llamas pequeñas que pueden quemar al objetivo. So attacks with small flames, llamas, like I guess they me llamas, you call me, pero llamas are also flames. So attacks with small flames que pueden quemar al objetivo, that can burn the objective, or the objetivos, yeah, like the not the object. I guess objective. That just sounds funny right now. the target. Yeah. Gosh. As soon as I like search it, so they can burn the target. So let's try Ascuas. Un golpe crítico. So un golpe crítico is a critical hit. Shinx está observando sus alrededores. So Shinx is observing its surroundings. Luchar. Or no, we want to catch it, right? X para cambiar. Pokeballs down here. We use la X. No. Oh, and then go over to it. Oh, do I have to press X? Oh, I just pressed the button. ¿Quieres lanzar una Pokeball? Do you want to throw a Pokeball? Sí. Boop. Oh no, el Pokémon se ha escapado. So it has escaped. Escaparse de algo, escaparse is to escape. Yes, sí, quiero lanzar una Pokéball. Oh, se ha escapado de nuevo. Ha usado ataque rápido. Use quick attack. Luchar. No, we're not going to luchar. We're going to usar una Pokéball. Oh gosh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Let's see. Por fin. Ya está. There it is. Strings atrapado. What mouth? Has sido capaz de acercarte a los Pokémon sin miedo y los has capturado sin problema. So you were capable of, or you were able to get close to the Pokemon without being scared, y los has capturado sin problema, and you captured them with no problem. ¿Quién iba a pensar que alguien como tú caería del cielo? Who would think, or who was to think, who'd have thought, right? Like who'd have thought that someone like you would fall from the sky? ¿Quién lo diría? Con tu ayuda es posible que consigamos cumplir nuestra misión como división de investigación. So with your help, it's possible that we achieve our, or consigamos, or like we are able to achieve, or conseguir hacer algo is to like finally be able to do something, right? So that we're able to cumplir nuestra misión como división, achieve our mission as a research division. La de completado Pokédex, quiero decir. So like, it's like the one about completing the Pokédex, that is to say, or I mean the one about completing the Pokédex. When you use like quiero decir, it's like saying like that is to say, or I mean to say. But even though it means I want to say. ¿Habrás caído del cielo por alguna razón? So, could you have fallen from the sky for some reason? So again, we're using like not the conditional, we're using the future to express like the doubt, or like the way we're guessing at it. ¿Habrás caído del cielo por alguna razón? Could you have fallen from the sky for some reason? Me gustaría averiguarlo. So, I would like to figure it out. Pero por ahora regresemos a Villa Jubileo. But for now, let's head back to Jubilee Village. He says. Estaba convencido de que esta prueba sería correr y cantar para ti. It's supposed to be coser y cantar. We learned that before, so this guy's always messing up his Spanish expressions. So I was convinced that this trial would be coser y cantar, or like really easy, or a piece of cake for you. Querido forastero, so dear or beloved outsider. Mis más sinceras felicitaciones, Mr. Spain. My most sincere congratulations, Mr. Spain. Con esto, with that, acabas de dar el primer paso necesario para hallar a todos los Pokémon. So with that, you just took the first step necessary to find all of the Pokemon. ¿Qué me dices de una fotografía? What do you tell me? If I say like, ¿qué me dices de whatever? It's like, what do you think, or what do you say to a picture? So we say to a picture. Creo que la ocasión lo merece. Lo merece. Jeez Louise. See, I think that the occasion calls for it and deserves it. Estaba seguro de que Mr. Spain superaría la prueba fácilmente. So I was sure that Mr. Spain would pass the trial easily. Derrocha talento por los cuatro costados. Derrochar algo is to like overflow with, or you're giving off talent. So he's overflowing with talent por los cuatro costados. Costados like sides. So she's like, he's like just dripping with talent, overflowing with talent on all sides. Or like, yeah. Alright, entonces será mejor que volvamos al viejo video para informar de inmediato a la capitana Selena. So it'd be best that we return to Jubilee Village to inform Captain Selena immediately. Por cierto, en la vía hay un redil donde llegado el momento podrás dejar a los Pokémon que so dice, oh, and por cierto, it's like, oh, and by the way, of course, in the village hay un redil. Redil is like a way to say stable, so it's like some sort of stable where llegado el momento, when llegado el momento is like arriving the time, or so when the time arrives. So of course, in the village is a stable where the time arrives, you'll be able to dejar a los Pokemon que vayas capturando. You'll be able to leave the Pokemon that you go about capturing, or that you're capturing. Cuando salgas a investigar, when you head out to research, solamente puedes llevar contigo a 6 Pokemon, ¿vale? So you're only able to, so when you go out to research, you're only able to take with you 6 Pokemon, or take 6 Pokemon with you, okay? Aunque que yo sepa, although, to my knowledge, that I know, so que yo sepa is like how we say to my knowledge, which we use a subjunctive because it's like, again, but if you think in English when we say something like to my knowledge or as far as I know, we're really calling into doubt like our knowledge, right? We're saying I don't know it all, so we're using subjunctive in Spanish. So she's like, que yo sepa, to my knowledge, or as far as I know, de momento nadie ha logrado domar a tantos. No one has been able to. Domar is to like tame that many. Tantos, like that many. Pongamos rumbo a la sede para darles las buenas nuevas a las capitanas Elena. Let's go. So he says, poner rumbo a is to like head out on, or like get a move on towards. A la sede, so to the headquarters, to give las buenas nuevas. So like las nuevas, like las noticias, because noticias are new, right? So it's like the good news. A la capitana Selena, to Captain Selena. Let's go. That was English. Se alegrará mucho de tu éxito, estoy seguro. So, alegrarse de something is to get happy about. So she'll get very happy about your success. I'm sure of it. Oh, my headphones died. Alright, y esa ya es una hora. Creo que voy a parar aquí por hoy. I think I'm gonna stop here for today. Gotta recharge the headphones, use the restroom, all that jazz. Next week, if anyone checks us out, I'll be on. I'm gonna do at least 3 times for at least like an hour and a half time. So, nos vemos entonces, chicos. If you check this out later, if you see any of the shorts, but you know, adiós, gracias por ver el video, or mirar el video, or the live stream, el directo. How do I save again? Guardar partida, save the game. No guardando, no apaga esta consola. Don't turn off. So I'll do it again. Se ha guardado partida. The game has been saved. But if you look quickly, no apagues la consola is a command to not turn off the console. Okay. And with that, I'm going to turn off the stream.